Hello and welcome. You're watching the Hindustan Times, your election headquarters. I'm Abhishek Singh. Now, West Bengal is voting today. We saw hammer and tongs campaign from both sides before this, as the BJP believes it really has a chance this time. TMC, on the other hand, is fighting hard to protect its citadel. The stakes for both TMC and BJP have never been higher, as the Special Intensive Revision, or SIR, reduced the number of electorates in the state by almost 12%. We're seeing some unprecedented things on the ground as well. A record 2,450 companies of Central Paramilitary Forces, nearly 2.5 lakh personnel have been deployed by the Election Commission for polls. To talk about the elections, I'm joined by veteran TMC leader Saugata Roy. Thank you so much, sir, for taking out the time on polling day and talking to us.
My pleasure.
So, have you started hearing from party men on the ground about the situation? Because, as I said, there's a record number of personnel deployed by the EC to ensure violence-free elections. And TMC obviously has said that this is being done to favor the BJP. But what are you hearing?
No, there is a supersaturation of central paramilitary forces in West Bengal. It's not necessary, and in no other states this has happened. But what can you do? They have been posted here. So far, elections have started in North Bengal, half of Bengal. No major incident has taken place.
EC's argument has been that this is, of course, done because Bengal poll violence has made headlines.
No, I do not agree with that. The EC is exaggerating the problem in Bengal. Some violence takes place everywhere, but West Bengal, it has not crossed all limits. So we do not agree with the EC's assessment.
But 2021, I guess, is what EC going back to and referring to it, because of almost 300 instances, 58 people lost their lives. And those are big numbers, especially for a modern democracy like India to notice during election times.
No, the numbers were not too many. I'm telling you again.
I'm just going by what's verified, what's been reported, what's been accepted. You've been in active politics from the late 70s, won multiple times as an MLA, as an MP, have been a minister. So some of the things we're seeing in West Bengal are obviously unprecedented. It is a high-stake election. BJP, of course, has emerged as a principal opposition party. And after a decade and a half in power for TMC, it is actually under pressure. So tell us, in your opinion, how are these elections different from some of the previous elections you have seen?
No, I have never seen misuse of central machinery as it's happening in this election. Always slowly, Election Commission has posted central forces. I have no quarrel with that. But the way in which the EC is acting, interfering in the free franchise is unprecedented. It seems that they are doing it at the behest of the central government in power. So what can I say? They have already, in the SIR exercise, they've already done this. And now this has increased to any extent. Not tolerable. I have never seen such mobilization of central forces. Leave apart the Prime Minister and Home Minister's frequent visit to the state, BJP heavyweights landing there in Bengal with all their weights. I have never seen. And at this time, ED and CBI, they are raiding TMC people. I have never seen this. But they are doing it.
We will discuss SIR, of course, and its impact on voting and the outcome of the elections. But you talked about, BJP heavyweights landing in West Bengal. That's not unprecedented. We have seen the Prime Minister and other BJP heavyweights, campaign in assembly elections, because BJP does take elections seriously. What's the problem there, sir?
Problem is that BJP is going for overkill. And that overkill includes their central government machinery. That is the problem.
You raise SIR. Now, 12% votes. That's the number that we're talking about. It's a massive number for a state like West Bengal. Now, seat-wise numbers, we don't have them yet. Tell us about, the impact that you think this is going to have on the elections and the outcome.
That is to be seen yet, but you may know that total number of 91 lakhs voters have
Yes.
been excluded in the SIR exercise. It's a huge number. We tried every possible way, went to Supreme Court. Supreme Court says that have tribunals, but tribunals have done nothing. So many legitimate voters are being deprived of their rights. What impact it will have on elections is to be seen, but we think we shall win in spite of all this.
Okay. Okay. Now, talking about the first phase of the election, would you concede that BJP is actually strong in North Bengal?
Last time they did well. This time TMC has taken a lead.
Okay. And what do you think
So
that's a result of this lead that TMC has taken?
TMC made a lot of effort. So we do not think that BJP will do as well in North Bengal as it did last time.
Okay. Okay. And you believe that this will happen, that BJP will not do as well as BJP thinks it might in North Bengal because of some of the schemes that the chief minister launched? Or, what are we talking about here? What are the reasons that you'll attribute this to?
What the improvement of TMC position is due to our
Yes,
constant
yes,
effort.
in North Bengal.
Yes, is due to our constant effort to improve the situation. The chief minister and Abhishek have done a spirited campaign. We have no central government or huge resources that BJP has. We have only the popularity of Mamata Banerjee and Abhishek to counter. Our workers are also really ready.
Right.
That's all.
And let's just talk about what's happening today. Some of the reports have started coming in. Some bites have also started coming in. Apparently, Suvendu Adhikari today in West Bengal said that, if TMC comes to power again, then it'll be a threat, a serious threat to the Sanatan. On polling day, statements like these, would TMC raise this issue up with the Election Commission?
No, we cannot say what we do with the election commission now, but raising issue of Sanatan at this time is totally improper. Election commission should take note of it.
Okay. And, a lot of people, analysts have been saying that this could be perhaps Mamata Banerjee's last election.
How can I predict? Mamata Banerjee is 71 years old, physically fit, so she may continue as long, and I think for a long time she will continue.
Right. Because, some are also seeing there a chance of infighting, starting in TMC. Uh, and,
No, no, these
but
are all
you are,
speculation. Media speculation. Media who have no work sit in Delhi and make these speculations.
all right, you're saying everything is hale and hearty, everything's fine as far as TMC is concerned.
Yes.
Right. You seem confident of TMC's chances in these elections. Now, what is that based on? Why will Mamata Banerjee get another mandate from the voters?
Because Mamata Banerjee has done something for the voter. Her Lokhit Bhandar is benefiting nearly 2 crores women. Her different schemes like Kanya Shri, Shobut Shati, Shastro Shati, and now Lakshmi Bhandar and Jubo Shati, they benefited a large number of people. People are directly benefited by Mamata Banerjee schemes. That's why it will do well.
Okay, but almost as many as 35 to 40%, of people who are looking to sort of, work, they don't have jobs. They have applied for the CM's, unemployment schemes, getting
There is
perhaps
unemployment
1,500
all
rupees
over the
from the
country.
government.
Why are you mouthing these statistics? There is unemployment all over the country. In West Bengal, the unemployment rate has gone down, but it's true that we haven't got as much industrial investment as we should have. That is because of the center's non cooperative attitude.
if I take that on face value, then some of the reports have suggested that until about 2019, 12 lakh crores worth of investments, private investments I'm talking about now, were promised in various events, during various events, investment events organized by the government. And fact of the matter is, about only just 14,000 crores has actually been implemented, has actually been invested. That
I'm
that number.
not sure about the statistics, so I can't comment.
My last question to you, sir. What do you think is going to happen on May 4th?
On May 4th, TMC is going to roam home with a victory, and we shall keep the
And
state peaceful.
all right, sir. On that note, thank you so much for taking out the time and talking
Thank
to us.
you.